Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the Tal'Dorei campaign. Now, before we jump right into the action, as per usual, we have a few short announcements to make. First one on the list is open slots, which I forgot I actually have to update because we are going to be starting our Wednesday game next week. This week coming up, we have session 0, so the following week, Wednesday, is actually going to have its first session. But yes, if you enjoy what we do here on the channel and want to join in on any of our games, just reach out and let me know. I'd be more than happy to integrate you on in. All you have to do is inquire about any of the numerous open slots we have available, and I would be more than happy to assist you in jumping into the game. Additionally, if you are not able to join a game, but you still want to interact with it and have some fun with us, please consider D&D Donate. D&D Donate gives you an opportunity to give a viewer inspiration, which happens to be like a luck counter, to the DM or to a player or NPC of your particular choosing. You may have an NPC offer an item or give an ominous warning that may just come true, as well as generate a random encounter or throw an NPC into the campaign. Now, they won't be traveling with the party very often, but they will come and go, and, they will see them inside of the world. All you have to do is let me know about them beforehand, and then go ahead and give us that donation. We'd be more than happy to help you with that. Additionally, we have a third new fun little, what do you call these things? Command? Yeah, command. Its name is Projects. So if you do !projects, you will see whatever I am currently working on or any of the games that I'm participating in outside of our channel. For instance, right now I'm going to be playing Felix starting tomorrow at 2 p.m. EDT on the Goldheart Gaming channel. Link is inside of the command. Additionally, I am still working on the module that is in beta testing for Murder of Savannah. It is going to be a one-shot based out of my homebrew world, New Embrace. Any of you that watched With Advantage and saw my game would know that that was the one shot that we ran. All of the characters are pre-generated, predetermined, with backstories and integration into the little tiny town that they belong to. It is going to be free on the DM's Guild as soon as I do release it, but in the meantime, if you have any questions about it or have any tips about it as well, this is my first official releasing of anything, so, reach out and let me know. Aside from that, I don't think we have anything else that we really need to talk about, so, Corvin, why don't you give us a recap of what happened last time here in Tal'Dorei?
So the party found itself outside of Milan at Greyskull Keep, where they were discussing with Pike and Scanlan how they were going to deal with this entity called Volric, a fallen angel of the deity, the Raven Queen. The party was told that they could find some sort of help in a place to the northwest called Raven's Nest. There they might find some guidance from this fallen angel's previous deity and maybe get a blessing, boon, some sort of help in defeating, containing, destroying this entity. They left in the morning and went to Iman, got some shopping done. We're about to start their journey. Previously to that, Prissa had met with her family. And very interesting bunch. They seem to be a run-of-the-mill con artists looking to make quick coin. Prissa is put in an awkward situation where she may find herself having to steal from a school that she enjoys going to. But making their way to Raven's Nest, the party found themselves attacked in the middle of the night by what seemed to be highwaymen. Just standard highwaymen. As the party was attacking them, they realized that these were no normal adversaries. They had a bit of more magic to them, a little more skilled. Definitely putting the party to the test. They found out these were drow, sent to collect a wayward item of theirs, something that they were trying to take back to the Underdark. Finding a note, the party kind of figured out that Corvin could be connected to this group, and deciding that all of them have secrets of their own and that we keep from one another, the party decided that it was better time to discuss later, as we had more pressing matters at Raven's Nest.
And Jero,
Yes.
something that I wanted to ask too is now that I got that scroll that I had bought in Tal'Dorei or in Emon and stuff, and I assumed that I spent the time to learn it, can I use one of the new spells that I got before taking a long rest? All right. I would like to cast Sending. Let's see. Let me check my. Let me double check my spell slots real quick. Yeah. First one's actually going to Felix. Hey Felix, it's Prissa the gnome. Sending you a message to see how you've been. Oh, I blew up some bad guys with a fireball. Yeah, I count. I pre-wrote this down. That's exactly 25. That's typical. And then I'm gonna use my last was it 4th level spell slot to send a message to Jackie. Hi Jackie, it's Prissa. This message to let you know we've succeeded. Grunt and Alfie are gone. We are on our way to Raven's Nest.
Jackie, always the mysterious one.
It's an ominous silence. Like
Those are his 25 words.
do I know why? After doing that, I will finish my long rest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Yeah. I'm at 31 health right now. Okay. Prisso was taking the last watch with me. So I was. Yes, Prisso was in the middle of her long rest, like at the very blunt end.
Yeah, but Prissa can't leave her bubble without it breaking, so she's sending out Professor York.
Ominous.
You have a +4 from me.
For what?
Oh
Yep.
God.
As long as I haven't fallen asleep before you try to.
Um. Jiro, sorry. Is there any way? There was that black rock, right? You said there's this warm or hot, almost to the touch, black rock that I found on one of the bodies. Yes. Does it feel was it feeling magical in any way, or is it just like a black rock? I will roll an Arcana, sure. Why not? An 8. It's a pretty warm rock. I'll use the rock to help. I'll use the rock to help, nursing the wounds. Just kind of warm up the blood, warm up the arms, get some blood back to the areas. Yeah. Comfy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I must say, these people of yours are very handy to have. Yeah.
Yep. Lauren, how close do you think we are to this Raven's Nest?
Well,
I mean, we're not even at Falcone Town yet. It's past that.
Well, I mean, I could pull out my map.
I thought we were based off of where we were placed on the map. Sorry. Gotcha. Okay.
And Prissa will pull out her map and show him exactly where we're at.
I would. Based on where we are, I would say we are a little under halfway there.
14. No. You should know what the favorite plane is. Favorite terrain. No. Level 3, you only get one. You only have one at level 3.
But I have seen maps. Yeah.
I'm not used to this style of map. What did all these almost looks like squiggles that make strange shapes, but they seem to spread out?
Prissa goes into a very detailed and kind of over-the-top explanation about everything about the map. This is called a slope because you see how that, and so on and so forth.
I see, because the lines are closer together. Is that a steeper? Interesting. With the cart. So, this is not my usual terrain that I deal with. It looks like if we were to take the roads, it'll take us 2, maybe 3 more days than if we were to possibly ditch the cart.
Well, we could always drop the cart off at Falcone.
And
Good.
it'd be nice to check on Mr. Falcone and see how he's doing after the after our last visit.
Jimmy's probably freaking out. Oh golly
Yeah,
gee, Beeve.
We just need a Rick now for that Morty. Oh my god.
Shut up, Jimmy.
A few more slurps of the monster, and I can do the burp at least.
But yeah, I guess we can decide once we get to Falcone. Shouldn't be very hard. Should we get going? Take that as a yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'd like to ask Prissa if she could check out this rock for me. If she had some time.
So we'll take the time to look at that rock.
Thanks, Pris.
Prissa, I'm not sure if Prissa would want to press it or if she'd want Jimmy to take a look at it so he could press it.
Is it magical, Prissa?
Actually, that's a good question. Jared, do I sense any magic from it?
Did
Can
you
I-
find anything?
Well, I found this button and well, let me see, and Prissa will press the button.
Oh god.
Someone you didn't know dies and you gain 10,000 gold.
Oh my god.
And we immediately head back to Iman to shop again.
Oh god.
Oh my god, we're getting
Did
so
you
much
really know
money.
your parents?
In other news, there was a massacre in Westrun. No one knows how these people died.
A plague.
Would I know what this is?
Divine Sense.
What?
No, that was the wrong one. That was Divine Smite.
17.
I'd like
She
to
got
think
a net
that with
20.
a 27, Prissa would know
Yeah,
exactly what
20.
this is. Does this thing look friendly to us, at least, since we're the one who summoned it?
Wait, are we inside the cart with this thing? Stop the cart!
Hi
Yeah.
there.
Ilaran jumps out and draws his blade at this thing.
Easy. Lauren,
Quick
hang
question:
on.
is the stone?
Oh, dexterity saving
Quick
throw.
question. So the Vashina, whatever is there. What about is the stone still there, or did it stone turn into that?
Oh, do we have +4 from Alarin?
Yes.
I did just kind of block his sword, so I guess I'm right next to him.
I got a 10-foot range on the aura.
Cool. Ooh.
Quick question. So
Okay.
Okay. That's my question, if able.
Whoops. Well,
Well, I'm just curious though. So was this entity? It came from the stone, yes, the idol. But is
25.
the was it like made for it exactly? Like if I were to cast identify on it, would I be able to learn the command word?
That takes a minute though.
Oh god. Oh god, that's an attack. Never mind.
Oh, that
Oh,
can't
God.
be good. Hey, Jero, with what I know about, I guess, knowing it's a Vashina or something, do I know what Vashinas are capable of? Oh, wait, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to run back towards the cart and fire off 2 shots at it. Or actually, bonus action, Hunter's Mark. Yep. First attack. I highly doubt I have sneak attack. So there's the first attack. No. 20? 23. Oh god. So 16 damage. And then second attack because of Dread Ambusher. Hunter's Mark. Yeah, and then and it's a magical bow if that matters at all. Yep. Just because it's not a +1, but it is a vicious longbow. And then the second attack with Dread Ambusher. Oh, 12. Yep. Yeah, I went back 40 feet, by the way.
Alarin runs up to it and charges his blade with a Wrathful Smite as a bonus action and goes on the attack. Oh.
Ooh.
But first it will give me a wisdom save. And I will... damn it. Correct. It is not frightened. But I will also drop in a Divine Smite on that. Second level. For an extra 23 radiant damage. Yes, I did. Yeah, that hit with 8 to spare.
Now I wonder if it...
Indeed. That's a 21. Aha. Yes, I did.
Thank God.
Would I know if that's a spell like ability or just a natural? Shit.
Are they the same size or are they smaller? Does it look like the other one though? Like if there's like damage that it took from like that slash, does it kind of look like the other one? Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really asking about like that. I just yeah. Oh no.
That hits. Oh.
Quick question, like these Vishino creatures, do they look like they're like quick and elegant kind of thing, or like brutish and whatnot? Shit. Alright. So that spell would work. Let's go with, in this case, Prissa is going to take out a glow stick from her little component pouch and just kind of start waving it around, and then cast Hypnotic Pattern on her on the Vishinos. And I'm gonna use malleable illusion too, so to make sure only the Vishinos are affected by it, if possible. Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus.
That
Those are good attack dogs.
that would hit me as well.
They are good
guys.
boys.
Ah.
Those are good boys. They don't listen to other people. Good boys.
Yeah, then Pris is going to go ahead and duck behind the cart to think of a strategy.
Acid splash.
He does mainly fire damage.
10. Just do like what am I thinking? No. No.
Yeah. Elarn is looking pretty slashed up and
Does he
bitten at the
have
moment.
I can't think what the cantrip is. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So kind of Jiro. Usually he's like, oh well, you're not here. Doors in.
Well, Thurston's gonna rush up to what he assumes is the original one. And he's gonna start slashing at it. 'Cause that's what he do. Oh my god. Second attack.
Nice. Nice.
And it is now wounded. And offhand.
Nice.
Yep, that's everything.
I guess I'm gonna shoot the one that is pretty much focused on Alarin. I'm assuming there's nothing I can really stealth behind. Okay. Yeah, so there's nowhere to stealth. So I wanted to ask what the area was like. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll shoot this one that seems like it's gonna like run off. Oh my gosh. Yep. That's my turn. No.
Yeah. Alarm will try to get the one that's focusing on him first. Yes. Try
Might be
again.
at AC 17.
Ah, god damn it. uh, just a quick as the dog, wolf, beast rears up to get him. He does with the first 2 slashes and misses as the beast jumps out of the way. But with the third one, he cuts across the stomach and slashes it up towards the neck. Woohoo!
Well, we know what the stone does now. Sorry.
We are not touching that again.
But what if we can?
Prissa
I
goes over
mean-
and picks it up, and then she'll go and ritual cast Identify on it to in the cart, so she can learn the command word.
Lauren, are you okay?
Yes, I am fine. It did sting a little bit, though.
I've heard of them before. Have I heard of them before, Jiro? Okay, yeah.
The
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Well, I do not know much about them, but it is a fiendish creature and should not be brought about again.
I mean, could be useful. And they can cause a distraction. They can buy you time. They could do the hit if you wanted it.
I do not like it.
That's not very fair.
Fiendish entities has a way of corrupting the land. Make it harder for people to travel about.
I think just monsters in general, maybe. But luckily, we haven't seen too many of those. It's just been those from other areas, such as the Underdark. But, I mean, we'd be all right. Not bleeding too badly.
I will be fine. I will rest up in the cart as we travel. Yes.
I guess we'll start heading back towards the back on our trip. I don't know. Anybody else?
Yes.
Quick question: if I knew the command word, would that make it so it doesn't attack me, or it just I'm too busy imagining just just having a puppy for the first time, and that's why I'm so distracted with this arcana.
Well, it is your rock to keep, so if you want to use it, I will try not to smite it again. But for now, I will rest up a little bit in the cart.
That seems fair. I mean, I think I gotta teach him, like, how to sit and just take commands because he's still a puppy, Just you gotta go through a whole bunch of training, but it'll be worth it at the end. Yeah. The adults are much bigger. I assume that's correct, right, Joe? Yeah, they're much bigger, much more vicious than that. This little guy was just trying to, I guess, gauge us right now.
Well then, probably best not to use it again, to be honest. But, well, yes. Yes. I will rest up a bit.
I've been muted this whole time. Holy fuck. Okay.
I mean, does anyone else want to hold on to him? I mean, I'd be happy to hold on to him, but it's But I mean, if anyone else wants to take care of him too, I'll let you. I'll give you the stone.
Prissa, you seem like you very much want it, though.
Yeah,
You can have it.
thank you.
Jimmy's gleefully staring at it as well. Because he would be.
It's not yours, Jimmy.
Alright, fine.
Well, Prissa
You
will.
can study it, though.
Yeah, Prissa studies it along with Jimmy, and
Sweet,
they like.
yes. Great.
What do you think we should name him? Or her?
Name it.
Yeah.
Feathers.
Feathers is a nice name. I don't know if it would fit though.
Gary?
I like Gary.
Gary's a good name. But anyways, you all continue your journey?
Yep.
Alright.
Lauren will rest up a bit on the way.
Go ahead and take your short rest.
Prissa, you could name it Slobber. Give it a fun name to take away from the more horrible aspects it has.
That seems a bit mean though, Corvin.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if you just call him Slobber, that's like calling like your pet just a mean name all the time.
I don't think it doesn't necessarily mean anything bad if he does slobber.
I don't know. Lauren, when he was biting you, did he slobber all over you, or was it just hurt?
It was more of a fiery bite. But if you're looking for a name, why not Gemini? It did split up after all.
Oh, that's a good one. Or maybe like something.
Why did he laugh like that?
Or maybe Wildfire. Or and Prissa will say the equivalent of Wildfire, but in Undercommon or Gnomish. See how they sound.
I like the Undercommon one.
Well, I have not much input in the name. I'll leave that to you.
That's Undercommon. Zasha.
Zasha.
So, as you all are traveling down the road, eventually you start hearing the sounds of people pressing across the area. You look up, and from the distance, you see Falcone Castle. Very lovely estate, fully renovated now, with ballista walls, or ballista bearing walls, as well as a few armed guards walking around it, as for, obvious reasons for some of you. As you all are slowly approaching, you do get stopped by the guards who wish to see any identification, and Sir Yurik immediately gets you inside. There is a small village on the outskirts of this castle, if anybody is interested in that.
Prissa might want to go visit it just to see how the Gilmore store branch is doing.
Alrighty. Anyone else?
I'll go with, but I'm not shopping.
If there's a store, Lauren will follow.
Right. So it's a very small little village. There is a butcher shop. There is a thatcher. There is an armorer that's more recently set up here. And there is one of the many Gilmore branches at this location. It is a newer faction, only within the past couple of years. However, it is completely newly renovated, with arcanic ruins on the outside of the walls this time. Prissa, would you like to roll a Arcana for me as you are passing by? The walls have been constructed in a way that they are much more difficult to destroy, and anybody who attacks them with certain types of weaponry or siege ballista would suffer retributions from it.
Edorzin, I don't recommend trying to go through the wall again.
Wait, he went through the wall?
He tried to before, because this,
No,
we're
I
not
tried
supposed to
to
talk
bash
about
in
it.
the door.
Yeah, he bashed in the door. It was Tessa who tried busting in the wall.
Oh, I miss Tessa.
Well, let's try not to do either. That would be bad for reputation, yes?
Yeah. By the way, Jero, by this time, have I already gone through all that spell book?
It's been about half a day, so if that's what you were doing during your short rests, sure.
Yes. Yeah. All right. And yeah, in that case, Prissa would walk in there with the Drow spellbook.
You step inside and ding, ding, ding. Immediately you hear, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Someone runs out from the curtain behind the counter, one that you are familiar with, Prissa, and goes, hello, everybody. Welcome, weary travelers, to Gilmore's branch. We are the 13th in the district. Can I help you with anything today? This very bright-eyed, half-elven young man smiling at all of you.
Hi there.
Hello.
Well, recently I came upon this spell book here, and I was just wondering how much I could sell it for, because I've gotten all I need out of it, and yeah.
Oh, spellbook. He snaps his finger, and you watch a mage hand appear, takes it from your hand, and carries it over to him. Ah. Ooh. That's weird. Right? That's not a typical spell.
I know it's
okay.
It's amazing. I think that's why it would probably be more rare.
It's gonna need some translating involved for it. But are you looking to trade this in for store credit, or are you looking for immediate gold?
Well, store credit or immediate gold would be nice, but may I also look at your stock?
Sure. We are not as expansive as many of the other districts. However, feel free. They gesture around where you notice the same shelves filled with a couple of new potions and potases, a few new scrolls, and there appears to be a gotcha bag.
What's a gotcha bag?
You look over at it and stare down. He goes, that's a new thing.
It's like a loot box.
Yeah, it's a new thing we're trying. You pay a static fee, however, there are scrolls of, random varieties stuck in there that we've procured over the years. These are the overstock ones, so you pay more than average, but you have the possibility of getting something really nice out of it.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Well, I do want to take a look at the scrolls you do have in stock, but how much is one of these bags?
The gotcha bag?
Yes.
Well, typically you buy just one scroll at a time, but if you want to buy the entire bag,
I think she meant to go to the try to use it.
you want to purchase one of the gotchas.
Yes, I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
Okay, no problem at all. They are 500 gold each.
That was me as a player, like just like wow.
I mean,
Do you
His
have
eyes go wide.
Do you have the list with the percentages of what kind of scrolls she could get?
the percentages vary. The box comes statically, with a spell scroll of each level inside of it. One accordingly. It could be a random spell of any variety, of course, always castable by wizards. And then we fill it up with whatever overstocks we have at this location, which currently it has 14 second levels, 12 first levels, 10 third levels, 5 fifths, and 3 additional sixths.
I mean, I think those are pretty good odds, but I don't. May I see the scrolls you do have in stock first?
Sure. We have all of the common variety spells that you may be able to purchase. The ones that they have not in overstock are some of the more travel-oriented first and second level spells for wizards.
Okay. I guess I should ask, do they have magic missile? Because I don't have that as a spell prepared, and I probably should, because wizards, you know.
Right. Roll me a d100. What'd you get?
12.
They do have magic missile. Yep. You were close enough to the low end. Yep, they do have magic missile. If you would like to purchase that. Standard price.
That's one I buy. And how much was he gonna give me credit or gold for that spell book?
You still have the spells that are inside of it, correct? 3 spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 3 spells still in that book, but I believe I already took them into my own spell book as well.
Correct. But it still has the same written script inside, which is why people need more paper and ink. Well, in all honesty, the fact that Fairy Fire is among these is astonishing. I mean, somebody figured out how to actually cast that as a mage. That is very intriguing. That is a bit unorthodox. I can say for this spell book, we'll give you 450 gold.
Krista's gonna look towards her companions, ask like in a look that's saying, "Should I haggle? Do I know how to haggle?"
No, you're not saying anything. Lauren is just walking around browsing the goods. He's still broke as hell.
Do you have information by chance?
Oh, sure. I keep up with all of the latest news around Tal'Dorei.
How about around this area?
I mean, I live here currently. I mean, recently. I've only moved in about 4 months ago or so, but yeah.
Do you know anything of the Northwest?
You mean the open plains?
More near the ocean. The sea. The Osmid Sea.
1 second. I presume you're not curious about the Shishal Mountains. I mean, there's been a couple of pirate dealings out towards the ocean. There's mountains. I mean, what are you asking about? That may help me a bit.
Any rumors about the forest?
Wait, what? The forest up north? No, I don't know anything about it.
Insight check.
Go for it.
11.
kind of hard to read.
Alarian,
24.
They have no idea. No idea.
We're
About
both
that
just
force.
staring in at him, just getting closer.
Your friends are curious.
For the spell book and 50 gold, could I get this gotcha bag as well?
Just one of them, sure, that's fine.
Alright, thank you.
No
I'll
problem.
go that.
Does she not get discount because we're walking with a shit?
I'm sorry?
And he gestures over to the cat guy.
Oh, wait, do you work for... Oh, you guys are... Yeah, of course you get a discount. That's no problem at all.
Yay.
That is very nice of you.
Of course. Anything to help out. The book and 40 gold. You save 10 gold.
Yes.
5%.
Yeah, press the arm pumps at that.
Already. So,
This is just flavor for myself. Dorzen wants to try to mentally bullshit her luck so she gets advantage. He
How so?
thinks. Well, we're relying on his Fey bullshit to get through the forest. He's gonna try to see if that does anything here.
okay. What does...
I don't believe that'll be. It's not an ability. It's me as a player asking for bullshit.
Yeah, it's probably not going to work.
I know, but Dorson tries.
So, Prissa, what I need you to do is roll me a d20 and then roll me a d100. 6.
56.
Nope. It's 6 is the column. 50 is the number. So you walk away with a second level spell of locate object.
Ooh. And I believe that's something wizards can learn, right?
It is a wizard spell.
Yes.
All of the things inside of this box are wizard spells. Oh, that's not really a bad one at all.
No, it's not.
No. Of course not. Do you want another?
500 though.
You just helped your odds at getting a better one, since that one was taken out of the bag.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Thank you, EA.
How to bankrupt a wizard. Gotcha.
This is why we don't let children gamble.
Well, actually, instead, I don't think I need any more gotcha bags, but may I get about 100 gold pieces worth of spell writing material, ink and paper?
Absolutely, that would be no problem at all. Reaches behind the counter, pulls out a small parcel, hands it over to you. 100 gold worth. There you are.
And Prissa pays him the amount.
90 gold. Or, wait, not 90 gold. 99 gold. Or 95 gold, right?
Yeah, if he gave a 5% discount.
95 gold. There you go.
Alright, guys, I think I got everything I needed.
Fantastic. Is anybody else curious about the gotcha bag?
Don't cast spells.
Oh.
Wizard spells are not really for me. But
Oh, do you have a different forte then?
well,
We do have scrolls of many different varieties.
I am a little bit low on gold at the moment.
That is
but,
perfectly understandable.
If I acquire some more, I will gladly come back and see what to purchase.
Fantastic. Well, you know where to find us. We're going to be right here from now on. You all take care.
You do too. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Hans.
Nice to meet you, Hans. I'm Prissa.
Good to meet you as well, Prissa.
I
Reaches
am
his
Milan.
mage
And
hand,
he's going
shakes.
to pump you up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to. You set it up.
Thank you. Mage hand shakes everybody's hands. You all take care.
Prissa mage hands her own mage hand to shake his mage hand.
Oh, give me a dexterity, or give me an intelligence saving throw. What'd you get?
26.
Alright, you all watch as the two mage hands appear, do the fist bump, the twist, the grab, backhand slap, forward hand slap, and then thumbs up. Nice!
Prissa, is that something you learned in your school?
It is a Lyceum specialty.
Well, shall we? Is there any? Do we want to? What time of day is it right now, Joe?
What time of day?
Yeah,
It's a
when we
bit
came in here,
later
where's the
into
sun
the
at?
afternoon. It is not evening yet.
Do we want to stay here for the night?
By the way, Gorinsky, I just noticed that you're here. Are you going to be at Falcone Castle, or are you checking out the magic shop? There is a gotcha bag.
Oh, I definitely take a look at the shop. Hey guys.
Welcome.
Not gonna take up any time though. That's where Jimmy would find himself though before retiring.
Okay. Do you want to buy loot boxes? It's spell scrolls with the possibility of getting better spell scrolls than it is worth. 500 gold
Yeah.
starting.
And I got this scroll of locate object.
He would not be interested in spell scrolls, even though they are kind of a part of his background. Spell scrolls are kind of like the poor man's way of handling magic. He prefers more permanence to his.
Perfect. Alrighty. So at that point, you were not here for the Vashino, were you?
He was not.
Okay.
For the machine, no.
To quickly recap you, Corvin found a black rock in one of the pockets of the individuals that you killed. He handed it to Prissa because he thought it was just a hand warmer. Prissa discovered a button, pushed the button. A fiendish dog that looks mostly like a blackened shark with gnarly, gaping mouth rows of teeth appeared, attacked you, split in half, breathed fire on all of you, and then was killed and reverted back into that blackened rock.
And we were gonna name it. What was it?
Gary?
Zasha.
Zasha. Which translates to something.
Wildfire in Undercommon, I believe.
Yes.
And we still have this rock, apparently?
Yeah.
It turned back into the rock after it was destroyed.
It is an idol, but it is one from the Underdark.
Who's currently in possession?
Prissa.
Gotcha.
Prissa, Jimmy was studying it with her.
Yes.
All right.
That's true.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Jimmy
we were-
had been studying it with her.
We were back and forthing about the name.
And Alarin was against using it again since it was a fiend.
But
So,
it could be a good tool.
with all of you spending your time here, going back to Falcone Castle, are you guys spending the night here, or are you going to push on to travel for a couple more hours before resting again?
Well, why don't we stop by Falcone Castle and see Mr. Falcone, and maybe that's where we'll rest for tonight.
Additionally, Jimmy, you guys are going to be leaving your cart and Sir Urik's attendants here at the castle, because eventually on the road it ends and then you have to go on foot, and then once you get to the forest, no way your cart can move through it. It's too dense.
Gotcha. Not a problem.
All right. But you have had 5 days of experimentation in total. So, you all get back to the castle. What were you saying, Prissa?
I don't remember what I was saying now.
You were saying you wanted to see Mr. Falcone before we
Oh yeah,
leave.
that was my reasoning for staying here.
So we
at
could
Falcone.
stay, yeah.
And long rest and then move out.
Will he let us stay here?
Oh yeah. Also, Grinsky, Jimmy is now Morty.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
voiced by Morty while you were gone.
Yeah, I tried.
Beautiful.
I tried. I failed.
I supplied the burp.
But anyways, you all get back to the castle, where Sir Urik is already sitting at the table, smiles at all of you. Yes, friends, welcome. And you see Falcone, Riley Falcone, smiling at all of you. He goes, hello, welcome, please. There's some new faces in the crowd, but I mean, any friends of, well, my nephews or my cousin? One of those two. And of course, Prissa and Dorzen can be friends of mine, no problem. Here, come in. And you all see this obnoxiously lavish-looking castle with 2 armed guards out front, tapestries that seem very newly constructed and renovated, and a fantastic new glass pane window in the backside of the foyer, completely erecting from floor to ceiling.
It's kind of a lot of money. I just kind of whisper to myself.
Have you been, Mr. Falcone?
Oh, everything's been lovely. After about 6 months or so, my family and I came back here, and, well, we were assisted by the lovely Vox Machina organization in gathering a few more individuals to help protect us. Who, they did the screening process to make sure the people we are paying are reasonable guards, indeed. Just like this individual, he gestures, and you see standing behind him is this tall, gray-haired man with an eye patch and a receding hairline, wearing this full, heavy, gold-plated armor. Nods his head at each of you.
Well, he looks friendly.
His name is Jin. He's a lovely man.
I also like the renovations you've been doing.
Yes, of course. We needed a bit more protection this time in case anything else like that happened. We don't want anything like that. Isn't that right, Jin? Jin nods.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Jin.
He nods.
Yes. Not a man of many words, are you?
He shakes his head no.
He's here for a job.
That's
He's probably here for a job. His job is not to talk.
Yes, actually, I have yet to hear him say anything, but I mean, he's very dutiful in his job. He follows without a word and always looks after my family. He nods.
Keep up the good work, Jin.
Smiles at you.
Wow.
Are you all going to
If
be
it's-
staying the night?
If it's not too much trouble, Mr. Falcone, we would like to stay here.
Excuse me. Of course not. All of you are more than welcome at my estate whenever you would like. Happy to have you.
That is very kind of you.
Of course. I mean, what can I say? But yes to the people who saved my family and myself from a life of servitude and other unimaginables. He looks a bit uncomfortable now.
Well, I was not here for that, but it seems my group is more capable than, well, they have shown so far. Not that they have been.
Dorson
capable.
cocks an eyebrow at that.
Lauren smiles a little bit. A sly grin.
Persa doesn't hear because she's just kind of asking Jin all these questions.
Mr. Falcone,
Yes. Who are you?
given you
young man?
the Corvin
Corvin, it's nice to meet you.
recently agreed. I just have a question. You are the lord of the town?
Yes, kind of. I am the overseer of the process here. You see, our castle, our family estate, has been here for as long as we can remember, and we needed a bit more assistance running it, and eventually it just grew into a kind of humble home outside of our castle walls. It's a nice community, tight-knit, very small, but kind folk.
I'm sure you hear some things now and then. Have you heard any information on the woods to the north
He looks...
of your estate?
He immediately looks over at you, Prissa, and then at Dorzen with a bit of concern.
No, it's not about that.
Oh, okay. Whew. I've been keeping my ear out for this, but unfortunately, the only word I had was a small group of travelers that ended up leaving. I don't know anything else about that. They were seen leaving the forest.
Was there any word on what those travelers may have looked like?
I didn't get details like that. I've been trying to stay out of the spotlight of anybody's attention as best as I can. Yeah.
And when I say woods to the north, I mean the woods that surround Raven's Nest.
Well, the woods are the Raven's Nest.
Ah,
Yes, the entire area.
it doesn't sit on the... Interesting.
Well, the woods are referred to as the Raven's Nest. I mean,
Oh.
there is an actual, I believe, temple to the Raven Queen inside of the nest, but you know, it's the home, it's the foundation of it that represents the nest.
Okay. Does anyone live in these woods?
Oh God, no. Oh, whew, no.
You say that like it'd be a bad thing to live in these woods.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as far as folklore tells us, anyone who steps foot into the woods without the blessing of the queen end up going mad and dying horrific deaths from many of the beasts that reside inside of it.
But a party came out of there recently.
Uh-huh. It was most
So they
strange.
didn't die.
It was also a rumor. I don't know anything else about that.
Dorzin puts a hand on Prissa's shoulder to calm her down.
Dorzin, roll a history for me. No, nothing,
14.
nothing in this conversation stands out to you.
Well, considering what Pike told us, we should at least have the blessing of the Raven Queen, and the luck of the Changebringer will help as well.
Changebringer. Wow, you are all so ambitiously religious. That is good for you.
Only two that I know of are. And I mean, Dorzin, I wouldn't want to assume that you follow, you know, the gods of the mortal realm.
Eh.
Exactly.
Well, fair enough.
I've met very powerful people that you people would call gods.
Like your uncle.
I'm sorry.
Oh
what?
yeah, anyone who would worship him is crazy.
It is a delicate subject.
But anyways, thank you for allowing us to rest here at your castle, Mr. Falcone.
Of course, whenever you're passing through, all you have to do is ask. I'd be more than happy. I do prefer if you send a notice, like my nephew did with one of his attendants, so we can have everything prepared for you. But of course, if that is not possible, then just show up. We'd be more than happy to have you.
We're very thankful for your gracious host.
Of course, it's not a problem.
It's a slight little nod.
I hope you all do enjoy some bear hide. That's what we're going to be eating tonight. Local huntsman found it out in the wild, and, well, it's good eating.
Bear
boy.
hide.
Yes.
That sounds yummy.
Oh, yes, it's very, very nutritious, flavorful, a little greasy, but not terrible.
Indeed.
Supper will be in about an hour or so. If you need any assistance, just ask. And nephew, do you mind showing them to their rooms? Of course not. Thank you. Sir Yurik heads upstairs and shows each of you your individual rooms in the castle. Much more lavish and large than you would have expected. The rooms themselves are about 25 by 35, and the ceilings are a rough 16, 18 feet high. Each of them laid out with beautiful tapestries, beds, a small little work desk, or a typical writing desk for most people, and a footlocker at the end with a full armoire, chest, and dresser, all accessible to you.
Was there a garden for this castle?
There is a garden out back that you could inquire about or ask anybody, and they would tell you.
Any trees in that garden?
Absolutely.
Well, I must thank your uncle for the room, but if it's no trouble, I will find a tree to sleep in. I feel better in the open air.
Sir Yurik nods at you. That should be fine. Sure.
Oh, and I meant nothing with my comment earlier. It was just in jest.
Sir Yurik looks from side to side. I didn't take offense.
I do not mean to come off brash.
It's no worries.
It's in my nature.
Everyone is entitled to their wrong opinions. Pats you on the shoulder and walks away. Alrighty. So, there are a total of 8 guest rooms set up. 6 of which allocated to your party, 2 of which allocated to the attendants of Sir Yurik. 2 of them are directly across the halls from each other. You have to wrap around a different section of the hallway in order to find another 2. Which at the end of that hallway there is 1 room set up, and on the left-hand side, Sir Yurik is staying, which is 1 room beside another open room that somebody can take, but closer to the family quarters. Who's gonna sleep in whose wing?
I think Jimmy's gonna find himself sleeping out in the carriage tonight. He's got quite a bit of work to do.
All right.
So it was, what were the rooms again, Jiro? I'm sorry, I stepped away for a second, so I didn't hear.
Main hallway, 2 rooms across the hall from each other. Around the corner to the right, 2 rooms across the hall from each other with the extra 2 rooms for the servants. Left-hand wing, there are 2 rooms available, one of which Sir Yurik is taking because that is his family's quarters.
Okay, I'll just take one of the first ones in the main hall. I am checking like the windows and seeing if they have like locks on them and stuff and like curtains.
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation. Did it roll?
Nope.
Oh, there we go. 6.
Okay. Your windows don't open.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but you lock your door.
Yep.
Anyone else in that main hall? I know Lauren's going to be outside. Jimmy's going to be outside.
I mean, can Dorzen even get to his room?
Absolutely. This is a castle. The grandiose stairs are nothing for you to traverse compared to the hardships of taverns and inns that you have experienced in your time. These are low-level
Can this
stairs. You can
mattress
handle.
support horse?
Absolutely.
Then Dorzen will take a room.
Already. Yeah, this is very high class, very high society living. You can fit. Alright, then I suppose that leaves Prissa. Are you going to sleep in the same wing as Sir Yurik, or are you going to take the other wing with the servants?
Probably with Sir Yurik, same wing, snuggle in a bed, get in a onesie, but also at some point tonight she's gonna go ahead and since she unprepared it, she's going to flash recall to re-prepare sending, and she's gonna send a message to Pike.
Alrighty. Go right ahead.
Hi, Pike. Just letting you know we made it to Falcone Castle and are gonna head out to Raven's Nest tomorrow. How are you?
That was unexpected. Hi Prissa, I'm well. It's good to hear from you. We're just keeping an eye out here, making sure everything's fine. Don't want to rush you or anything, but you know, haste is better than dilly-dallying. That's where it stops.
Yeah, now Prissa's not in as much of a mood to read anymore, so she's gonna, get in her undercovers and snuggle up and go to bed.
Alrighty. So, as you are all starting to fall asleep, finding a little bit of brevity and comfort inside of this lovely castle. Corvin, you wake up early,
Mm-hmm.
kind of groggily open your eyes and rub a few of the more sore aspects of your body from the days and days and days of travel. It's been a very long time since you've had something as comfortable as a mattress to sleep on, let alone one this incredibly soft.
I probably moved off of it and slept on like the ground.
But you hear footsteps outside your room.
I'm gonna snuff out any light that's in my room.
Alrighty. Very quick, easy gesture for you to make. Probably have one of your lanterns just tweak it.
Is it you said footsteps?
Yes.
And it sounds like it's right outside my room.
Yes.
I'm gonna wait for a second behind the door.
Alrighty. Roll a stealth. Also, Dorzen, roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
You're sleeping.
Ah.
Yeah.
17. Sure.
Opportunity because your passive is absurd. And because
Thank
you're in
you.
his wing. 17. Alright, you very quietly tiptoe, sticking low to the ground and closing in towards the shadows as to not produce any overbearing shadow cast into the hallway. Alright, Dorzen, you're sleeping comfortably. You get over there.
I'm also I'm grabbing one of my daggers
Alright.
and just having it on me.
You hear the
Especially
footsteps.
because after that attack. Sorry.
You hear the footsteps moving back and forth, back and forth.
Do they sound like they're just going back and forth or in a direction?
Roll a perception.
13.
It's hard to determine. I mean, you think they're walking back and forth.
Great. I'm going to try and just peek open the door so I can see out.
Roll a sleight of hand. Handling the doorknob without anybody noticing.
18.
You're good at this. You're good at these things. You very quietly open it, and through the smallest slit that produced, you look out into the hall and you see one of Riley's daughters out there. Very young lady. Maybe very early adolescence for a human. And she seems a little like uncomfortable pacing out front of your door. Doesn't notice you.
Is she saying anything or just pacing?
She seems to be muttering words under her breath.
But I can't even, because of the perception, I probably can't even tell.
Not exactly, no.
Yeah. I'm gonna open the door a little more.
Alright.
Enough that I can walk out, I guess, yeah.
Yep, and her attention snaps over to... Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up. I'm
I
sorry.
have the dagger behind my back, by the way.
Okay, noted.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I couldn't sleep, so I usually just come down here.
Why can't you sleep?
It's rough. Sleeping? She looks a little uncomfortable.
How about some tea? Usually helped, Prissa. I can,
Sure.
Okay. I'll come out.
Alright. Shutting the door behind you and start
I'll have her
heading.
show me. I'll have her walk in front of me
Okay.
to show me that.
Doors and roll another perception check.
Still at disadvantage?
Yes.
Aye.
Yeah. These are really comfy mattresses, man. The pillows are like perfectly conforming to your body. It's really nice. But anyways, Corvin, you walk down the steps and she moves in front, making it over to the kitchen and points to the shelf that she clearly cannot reach that has all of the, non-caffeinated teas.
I'll pocket the knife in my belt behind me, or in like the waistband.
Yep.
And reach for the. I'm not that tall, so I guess I'll step up on the.
Yeah, I mean, like, she can't reach it because she's, like, not even 5
4
feet
foot.
tall.
Yeah.
Like,
4
you
foot.
can reach it. It's easy enough.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if I had to, like, stretch up that she could possibly see, like, behind. So I was more carrying that.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can reach it, no problem. I mean, sleeping shirts are usually much longer anyways, so you're fine. You reach up, grabbing and bringing it down, and you start preparing the tea. And she sits at the table, just like wiggling her legs, looking at you, and goes, "You seem off."
What would you mean by that?
I'm sorry. That was really rude. I shouldn't have said something like that. I apologize.
No. It's fine.
You just. Are you scared?
Of?
She shrugs.
It's. Fear is not something I've felt in a very long time.
Thank you for the follow.
Fear is something that was worked out of me when I was much younger, way before possibly even your father was born.
Vinny too. Roll history, Corbin.
Who?
She said Vinny too.
Oh God. It's a sleeper cell. 19.
You almost drop the kettle that you were placing down to start heating up when you hear that. Something you heard many years ago, back when you were first brought to the Underdark. It's
Where do you know that word?
the undercommon phrasing for "you are a weapon."
Basically, the kindness he was showing is immediately gone. Immediately gone. And it's just, where did you hear that?
She kind of rubs her arms uncomfortably. The lady who took my sister and me, whenever she would walk into my cage, she would say that. Just keep saying it.
He kind of corrects himself, not seeing that he kind of was switching there, and goes back to the kinder side. I'm sorry about that. Who is this person that said this word to you? What did she look like?
She was paler than you, but she looks you dead in the eyes with a certain level of wild behind them. But she looked like you.
Can I roll a history? I don't know if that means anything to me.
You can roll an insight.
An insight, I guess?
You're trying to
that means
interpret
anything to
what a
me.
child means.
Yeah.
It's not very easy.
Yeah. I'm forgetting 10.
Yeah.
Just imagine it's Prissa and you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's Prissa, but a child. An actual child.
Okay. All right.
She might be referring to, like, aspects of you, maybe your demeanor,
12-ish, or
Maybe.
I'm sorry that what you went through. Being in chains is not something one enjoys. We are not meant to be in chains, human. Anything.
She looks back
And
up
I'm
at
sorry
you.
you had to go through that.
A confused look on her face, and are you like her?
I do not put people in chains. Little one. So no. I am not like her.
Then are you like me?
I was. A long time ago. But I adapted. Kind of had to. But I got used to it, I guess.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh god, persuading a child. 6.
Alone
Just-
in the
Just
kitchen.
imagine it's
at
Prissa.
night.
That's all you have to do.
She seems unsure of what you're saying. Clearly, now you recognize the level of distrust behind her eyes.
Mm-hmm. Could I start pouring the tea out and trying to find, like, cookies or something?
Roll an investigation.
Okay. 19.
You find some sugar biscuits. They stay
Oh.
fresher longer, so they make them.
I'll bring them out. I won't tell your father. And just give them to her.
She has one, and you notice she kind of has what appears to be a kitchen knife hidden underneath her leg.
Oh!
Oh my god, this kid's badass.
Okay.
Like two people about to shank each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of look at her and give a slight grin.
She looks down and takes it out and very shakily places it on the table.
I'm gonna immediately, as slowly as she is, at the same time place mine down.
All right. She stares at it, expressionless.
See? You and I are more alike.
I wasn't sure if you were like her. I thought you were.
It's understandable. I do not... I know what I look like. That's why I act the way I do. I put a face on. Like, I'm sure you try and act happy in front of your father, and your family.
She nods.
I do the same thing for others. It's how we survive. But I think you'll be able to survive with this, with the skills you're already possessing.
She stands up from the table. She starts heading back up and just looks at you for a second and goes, "How long until I can sleep again? Like normal?"
I'm not gonna lie to you, I do not know. It's different for every person. But I will say that I became comfortable in that. And I don't think anyone else should have to. I think speaking about it with your father Being honest might be the best thing.
He doesn't understand.
And he won't. But it might help you at least. Sleep with it under your pillow. It will protect you.
She looks back at the knife and grabs it and heads back upstairs.
Don't let that go. We're out of your sight.
Keeps walking.
I'm going to finish my tea. Just drink the rest of it and just sit there. Did I finish a long rest?
Oh yeah, for you it's only 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to sit in the kitchen and just kind of think about this conversation. And
So are you in the dining hall or the kitchen?
is there a table in the kitchen?
Yeah. Little one.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm
Go ahead.
in the kitchen.
All right.
I think I'd feel more comfortable there. In a small
Rogue
area.
in the making, man.
That's how you make an adventurer, right? So,
Or a deeply troubled child.
or a new villain. Dun, dun, dun. But
Dun, dun, dun.
as you're all relaxing, finding a little bit of rest, everyone else able to sleep a very long period of time, very comfortably as well. I think that's where we're going to go ahead and take a break. So, everybody out there, thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, we are back. Morning rolls around. You all wake up. Very comfortable night's sleep for each of you, I feel. Alarin, as you're out there, you found a apple tree to sit in once again, and you peer down where there's a couple of the, well, servants who work here staring up at you questioningly.
Lauren just smiles and waves.
The one goes, do you mind tossing me down a few apples? I need to start making the tatas.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
I want to go find Corbin.
All right. You start wandering the halls, knock on his door, open it. It's unkept bed, but he's not in it. Then you make your way downstairs, and you see, sitting in the actual kitchen is Corbin, drinking now a new cup of tea in front of him.
Good, I found you. I was hoping I could have you try this out for me. I've been kind of working a lot last night and wanted to see if this is going to work.
What is it, Jimmy?
I hold up a piece of cloth, long piece of cloth, that's got like a couple of leather straps on it. And I hold it up to you and I go, goes on your arm. I call it the solvent sleeve. You just put one of your arms through it and yeah, kind of like that. And then the buckles, and he like tries to help you without like touching you too much. Slip it on.
Would it be an issue, Jimmy, if I'm wearing something else on my arm?
It's a sleeve. It's like a cloth sleeve, so it should.
Oh, so it could go under. It could go
Under,
under.
Yep, whatever. It's just like a burgundy-looking cloth sleeve with a couple leather straps around it.
I'll put it on. Allow Jimmy to like do his like. I'm sure you have like how you want to set it up, and you have like a plan.
Have you already had your breakfast?
Very light one, yes, Jimmy.
You look
Okay.
and you see the
I've been up for a while.
biscuits in front of him.
Okay. That'd still probably be okay. And I take out a vial and I go, here, try this. And he like holds it up to you like in front of your face.
What color is the
Okay.
It's like a viscous purple-looking color.
Oh, delicious.
I'm gonna uncork it and give it a sniff and just stare at him.
Smells terrible. Smells awful.
Roll medicine.
Jimmy, the last time I tried something of yours.
Look, I know it didn't go good, but trust me.
It smells terrible.
Fine. I'm gonna drink it.
Okay, it's drought poison.
Oh my god.
It's not a strong drought poison. I just took a little of the solution off of like one of the last weapons we found. So it's kind of like a recreated. It doesn't really have any mechanical benefits, but it's not good. But when you drink it, you see the sleeve, the burgundy.
Mm-hmm.
At first, it just stings your throat and it's awful, and you can tell it's poison right away. But after like a second or two, you see the bottom of the sleeve nearest to your hand, it starts like turning black. And Jimmy smiles and says, "It's working."
Is it supposed to do, Jimmy?
What's working?
You all turn and you see Prissa, who's about 5'5" and very human-esque.
Whoa.
Is that what Jimmy says?
Do I recognize Prissa as Prissa?
She's
just
wearing the
looks
same
larger as
outfit. She looks like facial feature-wise the same, but
Is the outfit like fitting to her, or is
Yeah,
it like,
yeah.
or is it like
no,
little
we're not
Prissa
animating this
with
shit. It is her outfit.
No, I'm just asking, like, if like she grew or something.
Is it like a tuned gear? Did it grow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is if the clothing grew to her? If she just like didn't realize, like walks in.
Well, yeah, what it is, I'm still kind of like eyes looking at Prissa, but I'm trying to explain what it does talking to Corbin.
What?
Jimmy, my eyes are right here.
Yeah, I see. Sorry.
He's used to your shorter stature. That's the reason. Why
Yeah, I'm looking at where your eyes usually are. It's just kind of weird. As well. So what this is actually, it's a solvent sleeve, and basically you'll have to attune to it first. I just kind of put a little of my own arcane energy in there for now, but once you attune to it, it'll basically suck any of the poison that gets into your body into the sleeve, and then you can just clean it out with the laundry. It's pretty nice, actually.
Can you use the poison on the sleeve?
I suppose I could have done it that way, but I wanted to make sure because, I mean, if you're the one getting poisoned and it's getting into your body, it needs to be able to magically divert to the object.
You both watch
Jimmy,
as Prissa shrinks and turns into an exact replica of, or a female version of Jimmy.
Prissa.
Okay,
Sorry,
what's going on?
I'm testing out a new spell. Do you like it? Is it good? I made it myself. I
don't know how illusion magic works, Prissa.
What the hell are all of you doing in the kitchen?
Actually, I'm gonna, because I do know in illusion magic, I'm going to see if it's like disguise self.
Go for
Because
it.
Jimmy and her are different heights, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna like go and like, is she shorter or taller than Jimmy?
Prissa, go ahead.
What do you mean by that?
Are you shorter or taller than Jimmy?
Oh,
as
Prissa
Prissa.
is. Let me look at my stats again.
Jimmy is 3'2".
Prissa is 3'3".
There you go.
Okay, no, they're the same height. Okay, I'll roll an Arcana. 9.
This is some fucking weird shit.
Oh, that's very. Prissa, what are you? You're using all of your spells right now?
No, it's actually just one spell, and I'm testing it out because it's not. It's a. I know how to use disguise self, but then I had to create my own, and I wanted to enhance it, and now Prissa is going to turn into a different size and turn into a replica of Corvin, not female.
Exact Corvin.
Yes, exact Corvin. Do you think it's working?
God, do I look that upset all the time?
Yeah, but you don't sound nearly as chipper as she does.
Well, maybe if you smile, and Prissa's gonna have the illusion smile.
I mean, you don't sound like him, right?
No. Well, I can actually. I think because
You can, but the spell does not specifically allow you to sound like
Like a full tooth smile? I've never done that before. That's
well. In
Darcy
that
walks
case,
into the kitchen, sees two edgelords, walks right back out.
edgelord.
one smiling wide. Alarin, do you stumble upon this mess as well?
Yeah, he would probably help carry a bunch of apples into the kitchen.
I'm telling you, we really don't need this many apples. Like, only. What the hell?
hi there.
Yeah, that is something
Holds
you
up
do
the
not see
teacup.
every day.
You do see two of them, right?
Let me try something, and I'm gonna use minor illusion to remember that time with the sending stone. Change my voice to match Corvin's,
Ah.
so I sound like Corvin as I'm talking.
Mm.
Is this working?
That is quite impressive.
Oh, thank you. We're just testing out couple things, and we'll make sure we're prepared and everything, and just. Oh, sorry. Just
Just drops the apples
I
on,
mean-
on the table and goes and takes a swing at head height on the illusion.
Passes right through.
Oh no, because remember how this spell works, Jero?
It's real.
Yeah. You strike out towards the head, and you watch as. Yeah, you attacked towards him and you swung towards him and it reacted in the exact same way. Like, ah!
I didn't take a punch swing, just
A swipe, yeah, but like it still reacts and moves.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too. It's one of the first spells I've made. I think it's pretty impressive if I toot my own horn.
Prissa, you could get in anywhere just knowing who to look like. Do you have to see them to look like them?
That's
Of your-
kind of dangerous.
Well, I mean, it might be helpful. I don't know if you met Felix, and Priscilla will change it to Felix and minor illusion the voice.
Nope.
Hey, how are you?
Never met that fellow.
Actually, Corvin, roll history.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
You know Felix.
Damn.
You know him. He was
Where do
trained
I know
in the
Felix from?
exact same manner as you.
Uh,
He is
okay.
a fucking idiot who never understood the exact circumstance he was surrounded by. However, he was so incredibly volatile that on one of his assassination missions that he was given, he allowed the rest of his team to be overcome and killed by the other faction that they were attacking because he was too busy staring at the pretty blood that somebody he killed was spilling out
That
of their throat.
explains so much.
Prissa, how do you know this man?
He's also
wait,
one of
wait.
the most wanted people in the Underdark by your kingdom.
Oh, when me and the others were in the Underdark, we met him and stuff, and he's a really nice guy actually.
He's not nice at all, Prissa.
Well, I mean, he was a little quirky, but you know.
He is batshit crazy.
Well, I mean, everyone's a little bit crazy in the Underdark. I think. I think I
Are
figured
you
that
calling?
out.
Are you calling me crazy, Prissa?
No.
No, she
sorry,
wasn't.
I
She
didn't-
wasn't saying that at all, Corbin.
No, I guess you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's not really offended by it. He's more just picking on Prissa right now.
There, let us lighten up a little bit.
And at that point, Prissa will go
Apple
ahead and
tarts.
end the illusion because she got the test run from it. It's working out well.
Yeah.
You're lucky that man didn't kill you all.
Oh, I don't think he would hurt us that way.
just depends on the day.
I mean, we spent a few days with him. I think, like, Jared, that's correct, right? A few days, or
About 3 or 4, yeah.
I mean, he-
And also, if you remember, when all of you were rushing to get away as quickly as possible, he came back to the party and said, "Hey, I burnt down the town."
Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah. And for visual sake, this is what he looks like.
Oh, okay.
Oh my freaking god, that guy's in that case.
Oh, he's perfectly sane.
How I remember him looking.
Perfectly
okay.
sane.
Well, because
I love
now
that you said
there's
that,
actually
Jiro.
a token made for him, not just.
I love that you said that, Jiro.
I don't like that you brought this up, that you made a token.
I didn't. If anybody
it's-
is
it's
curious,
for
under
his-
my projects, I'm going to be playing Felix on a show.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because like you mentioned, you were gonna play Felix, but I never intended to. I always intended to send a sending message to Felix once I learned the sending spell, just to see how he's doing.
Yeah, he was very confused. Corvin,
Oh yeah.
when I say idiot, he is as dumb as a bag of fucking rocks.
Yes, he's.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's his Alfie.
Oh god. Yeah. Just a bit more volatile.
Did I have any jobs with Felix?
No. No.
alright.
You were more of a scout. He was more of a they all need to die.
Okay, yeah.
He's kind of like a missile. If you're going to use the missile, you have to direct it at a location. You can't decide
I was
more
the
than
one
that.
who found the location.
Yes. You can't decide
Okay.
more than the location you send the missile.
Yep. Jesus. Well, I
Yes,
feel like we should all eat something and maybe get on our way.
Yes, we are on a bit of a schedule.
Yes, I think taking any longer would be bad for possibly. I mean, they're probably waiting on us, aren't they?
Quick meta question. Who has bag of holdings or similar?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, it is.
I do.
Alfie always held it.
You have definitely seen a bag of holding on Corvin.
Great. That would be enough.
Like a
then.
haversack or something?
Someone
Of course
else in the
it has a
party
backpack.
has to have one. Oh wait, did Alfie not give it? Oh no, he died. He had it on him.
No, he gave it to us beforehand, but I just don't remember who had it after that.
Oh.
Yeah. It
Tessa.
was part of when he knew shit was going down.
Yeah, it's probably Tessa.
It was probably Tessa. Shit.
Probably.
That would make sense.
So Jimmy would probably ask Corbin if he would be okay storing a few things for him.
Yeah, Jimmy, you can keep things in here as long as they don't spill on my things, please.
No, I have everything secured. And I keep them very contained.
I like to keep the contents inside fairly neat.
Yeah. I just
It's
figure.
very neat. Like arrows tied together in packs of 20.
Nice. So he'll basically give you every set of tools he has, with the exception
Oh my god.
with the exception of his tinker tools, which he'll keep on his person.
The tools that were on the cart.
Yep. So you have smith tools, thieves tools, tinker's tools, alchemist tools. Yeah, we're not taking the cart, so got to put them somewhere.
Jimmy, you know we're coming back for the cart, right?
Yeah, of course. I just, you always need to be prepared, and if anything comes up, I need my stuff. I can't really.
Jimmy.
I don't do well without it.
He's like an addict.
He's very anxious looking right now.
I believe in you, Jimmy.
Yes, a little bit of change is always good for everyone.
Jimmy, what if we left like one of them?
Yeah,
Could you pick one that you really didn't need? Or do you just love them all very equally?
well, it's like, you plan for rain, and this is rain and snow and a lava storm and, a tornado.
All right, sure. How much weight did I just get, Jiro? Just wondering, or Grinsky, how much weight did I just get?
I think they're like 5 pounds a piece or something.
All right. We can do it.
They're not too bad.
I just wonder how much I have in my bag.
I mean,
'cause I
you're
don't
not
really
gonna.
have that much right now.
You can no longer fit a adolescent dragon into your bag, but you know.
I mean, I can have up to like 500 pounds, and I have like maybe 40 pounds in there right now. If that.
Those bags do come in quite in handy.
13, 21.
It's where I keep most of my gold, anyways.
Prissa, the only unique aspect about the crossbow is how the handle of the crossbow can be retracted outwards. The only downside is that handle is not inside of them currently. You don't know what happened to them. They just kind of disappeared.
But it's otherwise just a normal crossbow, like a hand or light or heavy.
Light.
Okay.
Both of them were light. But you only have the one, because the other one got exploded.
Yeah, I know, and I was having some dangerous crossbow safety stuff earlier too. Hey Jimmy, one thing too is when you have the time, I think there's this crossbow. There's a handle that goes to it. Do you think you could make one? And Prissa shows him what she means.
Gorinsky, you're muted.
Oh no, sorry. I just got lunch dropped off for me, so I was. Say it again, Prissa.
This crossbow I got from the drow, it looks like there's a handle here. Do you think you can make a new one? Because the handle seemed to disappear at some point.
Yeah, I'd be able to do that. It shouldn't take me more than an hour. I mean, I just gotta, carve a new one and create a attachment for it, and it should slip right in.
Alright. Gorinsky, roll a tinkerer's check.
Wood carvers? I'm dealing with wood, I think, right?
Tinkerers.
Okay.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No. This seems simple enough.
It seems simple enough. You're probably only going to need to spend like a gold on scrap metals and things that you would need specifically for it.
I'm sure. I can probably tip Falcone and give him a piece for some piece of scrap he has somewhere.
There's a blacksmith shop you can just swing by. We can say it's no problem.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll do that. 1 gold. Bam.
Done. Awesome. So, are you all going back on your journey?
Yeah.
Breakfast is served. You all have it. It's delicious. Yorick says goodbye to his attendants, and each of you take off, mostly on foot, I believe. Prissa, you do have your phantasmal steed that you can summon.
It takes me about 10 minutes, but yeah, I'll take the 10 minutes out before we leave.
Sure. And it's every hour you have to resummon it.
Yeah. Although, I mean, during that case, I'd probably get off and then ritual cast it on the cart and while we're moving, so we don't have to keep stopping.
Oh, we're leaving the
Oh,
cart.
we're not taking the cart.
Oh, sorry. Or I guess on Dorzen's back
But
if he
I'm
allows.
I'm sure we'd probably take rests to like figure out where we are, kind of be like, yep, we're going this way. Rest a little bit.
Sure.
Dorzen can
Just like
hold
it, not
one
in like
person.
not in a forced march kind of thing.
Well, what I'm asking is anybody picking up any horses? Because aside from the 2 horses you guys have, correct, Jimmy?
Yep.
There is Dorzen's back and Prissa's Phantom.
I mean, the other thing too is I can actually summon more than just one. It's not restricted. It's just it takes me 10 minutes each to cast one.
Yeah.
I think Dorzen could be able to hold both Prissa and Jimmy
Easily.
on his back.
Easily.
Yeah, I'd say
It's
with
just
that.
Sir Yorick and
So we have 2 horses. So Yorick, Corvin, and
Yorick has his
Alar.
own horse.
Yep. So there we
And
go.
we have 2 other horses.
Yep. So
Wait, what do
So-
you mean 2 other
All right,
horses?
so the way I
We
look at
have
it is
2.
Jimmy has 2 horses, Yurik has his horse. Corvin and Alarin both take a horse. Prissit and Jimmy ride on Dorzin's back.
Seems reasonable.
Cool.
Alarn will prepare a new spell and cast
Yeah.
that before they leave, and
Fantastic.
get
Einstein.
a large cat creature, reflavored warhorse.
All right, you all watch as this very
Is it like the Night Elves from WoW?
Wait, so what did he summon?
1 second. Because
Uh,
if you're
statistically-
if you're summoning something that's already one of the options, it'll be that instead. But
Yeah, it's one of the options. It's statistically it will be a warhorse,
Oh, yeah,
but flavorfully it will be a large cat creature.
all right, so you guys see a large jungle cat. Let's call it a jaguar. Shows up. Very large though, strong, powerful build. Alarin, you're able to ride on that.
This'll be fun. I have never ridden a horse before.
What language does it understand, Alarin?
It will understand celestial.
Okay. You say that and you hear, "Ah." Lauren, in response to you, it goes, "Oh, hello, how are you today?"
Very well. And how about you?
You're speaking back
sorry
in
if I-
Celestial?
Yes.
All right, they're both
They're singing to
hymnally
each other.
speaking to each other.
Oh god.
And this whole time, Prissit is scratching the cat like under the chin and behind the ears and stuff.
Is this one a snack?
No. That one is a friend.
That's fine. You will point out
In
the
that
snacks.
case, the second horse is going to be used as a pack horse, and Jimmy's putting all of his other crap on it.
Okay.
Jimmy, you know like those horses that like look like they're gonna die when somebody overpacks it and its back just turns into like a U shape? Yeah, that's gonna be that poor horse after this trip.
There's not that much. He'll be fine.
As he stacks it up 4 high.
So,
Okay.
on that note, all of you take off and continue your journey heading northward towards the Raven's Nest. After 2 days of travel, going through the same sleep patterns that you were executing before, the road ends abruptly, with nothing in front of you but an open, slightly darkened soil beneath your feet. The grass itself has paled in this direction and looks a bit unhealthy and unkept. At this point, I need a survival check from whoever's taking the lead.
I can do that, or I can help.
I mean, technically, Dorzen's supposed to be the reason we get through the forest.
Then I will help.
What the heck is that?
Create ley line.
Alarm.
The
Is that
Alarm
a
spell.
homebrew spell?
Ah.
reflavored alarm spell.
So where do you put it? Because it's a stationary cube.
Yeah, it would just be each night that we're doing camp.
Understood.
It'd just be like boxed around us, essentially.
Alrighty. Each night you have that extra note of protection around you.
Because Jimmy has 0 perception, so.
Alrighty. Dorzen, roll again. Alarin assisted you.
Yep.
13. You're all moving through the darkened landscape at a fairly decent pace. Vegetation is scarce. Animals are even more scarce. You do see further out in the distance, there are a few odd creatures that kind of look in your direction, but they don't approach, seeing you in large numbers and kin. The general atmosphere is a bit more humid in this location. You do feel the spray of the ocean Osmit Sea around you. However, there seems to be a layer of pressure against this location. Dorzen, you're doing your best to navigate upwards, trying to find your way over to the forest line itself. Unfortunately, you're having some difficulty at it. After 3 days of travel, none of you have any idea which direction to head towards. It's becoming a bit more of a nuisance.
Can I wrote in the chat because Prissa was gonna send Dr. Yurk to help scout a little bit, and she's looking through his senses.
Mhm.
Can I use that to assist with anything, or?
You could use that as one of the people doing the survival check.
I will give that a try, I guess.
All right. So, are you guys going to do another survival check? Someone else does it without advantage?
I can try. Yeah.
All right.
Can I use my weekly inspiration?
Go for it.
Sure. 15.
All right, Prissa, go ahead, roll your Dr. Yurk.
He doesn't have survival on here, so can I use perception instead, or
Nope,
no?
you can use wisdom, straight wisdom. 13. Corvin, you take the lead after some time. Everybody's starting to get a bit frustrated as you are heading northwards. Presumably northwards? It's getting difficult to tell. You find yourselves in a wide open chasm, very decrepit looking landscape itself. The only thing you manage to realize is you've walked through a massive crater that was very subtle in its descent downwards and then ascension upwards. But you haven't been able to find your way towards the forest line. I'm going to say that was another 2 days of searching.
You said a crater?
Yeah, massive. It was a subtle descent and casual ascension as well.
Guys, I'm not sure if we're going in circles, but I don't feel like we've been going in a straight line either.
Can I take out the map we have and try and correlate that to something that might visually represent it on this map?
Roll an investigation.
Okay. I guess I would ask anyone if that's good with maps, if they've
Yeah,
they
Prissa's
describe
good.
the area.
Prissa's good with stuff like that. She would help.
Aaron can help as well.
Okay.
Should I roll my own, or is it the help action?
4.
It's the help action. When you say help,
4.
that's that.
All right.
Yep, 4 0.
Yeah.
I can't find it on the map.
I mean, you
Can
know where
Prissa-
it is on the map, but you don't
Well,
know
this
how-
exact thing that we're looking for.
Yes.
Like, so basically what I'm doing is like trying to find the topography of this map, if they even have topographic maps back then.
If someone else helped there, can I try to do my own role as well? To
The thing
help
about
out?
checks is we limit to 2 people interacting with them in most
Yeah.
circumstances so that you guys don't automatically succeed everything, because 6 people trying, statistically you succeed.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
ask if
fair.
Prissa could be the one doing it, but Corvin beat me to the punch.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. I mean, I was
No,
literally
it's
saying I
not
was
your
doing
fault.
it, but
It's not
yeah.
your fault. I should have spoke up a bit quicker.
No, that was my fault. I could try. I don't know if talking to an animal would help at all.
Can Prissa think of like a magical or whatever reason why we're still having issues?
Sure, roll an Arcana. Can't fathom.
If we just keep heading west, we'll eventually hit the ocean.
Yes, that would take a bit longer though.
That would. Or we head. Did we already travel through the mountains, Jiro?
You bypassed the mountains. You haven't come across them yet, because if you look where the gray line is on the map, where it turns into that darker area, that's kind of where you entered. You haven't crossed past the mountains in your travels yet.
So like here somewhere.
Potentially.
I'm just asking like which way we went from the road because I didn't know if we were going this way since we left the cart.
No. You entered in that direction, heading up here because it was a more direct path, or at least it should have been. And it's getting very difficult to navigate.
I might have an idea. So we need to go a certain direction. What if one of us was staying above the tree line, and then we traveled that way?
How tall is the tree line?
How tall is the tree line?
You don't know. You don't see the trees.
Wait, there's no.
That
no trees?
landscape is supposed to be days worth of travels in gap between that area.
Okay.
You don't.
So
see
we're
the
in
trees.
an open area still.
Yeah, you're still in the wide open plains with that subtle crater behind you.
And we just keep coming back to the crater?
No, you've only come across it once. I mean, as players, you keep coming back to it, but yeah.
Can I? Oh man, can we see the mountains at all?
Roll a perception.
I'm trying to think what I would do in real life. Natural 20.
You are absolutely positive that you do not see mountains in any direct direction that your line of sight would assist you in.
And all I see is fields.
Yeah. Very low cut.
All right, if we head west, should come to the ocean. I'm only saying.
I don't disagree, but wasn't there something about this forest that was like people had trouble getting to it or entering it?
Entering it.
Yes, traversing the forest was supposed to be rather difficult.
Would that mean traversing in the forest, though, not getting to the forest?
Getting to it should not be that much of a problem.
Sir Yurik looks at you and goes, "This much of a problem?"
Well, maybe we should ask. I mean, pray to the Raven Queen, maybe.
Does anyone follow the Raven Queen
Does
here?
anybody know her dogma? Does anybody have any idea of how to pray to her?
I do not.
Can Prissa roll some religion to see if she knows the stuff for that?
Sure. DC on this is 25. Sorry. Knowledge about the Raven Queen is very limited in general, as it is not a very highly worshipped religion. And those that do don't really speak outwardly about it and try to recruit.
Well, let us rest up, and I will see if I can find the way tomorrow, yes?
So, I will say, you are aware of her commandments because of your time spent with Alfie. But aside from that, you don't know much more about her specifically.
Quick question, Jero. There's no way Jimmy would be able to navigate anything, but he would be definitely interested by any like natural and unnatural pieces of like landscape they might come across. So like describing this crater a bit more, was there anything that kind of stood out to it? Was there any like at the point of impact, any object, or this is probably just going to be more or less he's looking for these like very odd natural pieces of the landscape, since he has studied quite a bit different minerals and components that come from such places.
I'll say, because of your upbringing, roll me a history, Jimmy.
Okay. I know nothing about actual nature, but like the physical components of it, I'm very familiar with.
Right, yeah. You're a scientist, not an archaeologist.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, not really. I mean, you can feel around the soil. It's dry, despite the fact that you're supposed to be closer to the ocean, which that doesn't make much sense. And the grass looks not exactly unhealthy, but it doesn't look flourishing.
Can Prissa look around for like any sort of like illusionary magic that might be going on here?
Roll Arcana. Prissa.
I am going to assist her with this as well, and no, it's a different kind of assist. I am using Flash of Genius. So you rolled a 26.
Wait, what?
I am increasing her roll by my intelligence modifier.
To a 26.
I'm going to. Yep. I'm going to be giving her insight on what I have perceived, because I actually have some goggles that let me see some interesting things. And I say, here you go, Prissa, try them out.
That's interesting. All right. So,
And
That's pretty cool.
Artificer. Prissa.
These are some really cool goggles, Jimmy.
You start looking around, and you don't see the illusion around you, but you feel the presence of one. An incredibly powerful one that is not allowing you to peer through.
Yeah, Prissa's gonna share that as she's like realizing this. Mr. Yurik, so Yurik, do you happen to have Dispel Magic available?
Let me go look, because I have not changed his prepared spells.
I mean, we have been traveling a few days, so
I
guess we might have
won't
changed
change
that.
anything from the players, though. He looks and, yes, I do.
Well, it seems that we may be caught in an illusion, or at least it's around us. Joe, would I be able to identify what illusion spell or just illusion in general it is?
Even on a 26, no. You don't know what spell it is. It is just an illusion.
And it's not, and I still can't perceive it, even though I know it's an illusion, because that
is an
that's usually
aspect
how-
of many wizardly illusions.
Sorry, I'm still testing them. I might need to tweak them a bit more.
It's
Does
okay.
anyone-
It helped.
He looks at you.
Does anyone know?
The thing is, I would need to know the creation of the magic and target that to be able to dispel it. If it's as vast as here.
Does anyone know what people who follow the Raven Queen believe in?
So Dorzen's just gonna start walking up and say, "Hey, we're here to talk about your stupid fallen angel. Let us in." And he's gonna try to start walking.
Okay. Dorzen walks away.
Whoa.
Prissa will run up and jump, try to get on Dorzen's back if Dorzen allows it.
Dorzen will allow.
Dorzen, wait for me.
Dorzen will allow them to catch up.
Hey.
And with that statement and his knowledge of magic bullshit around nature, I don't know if he's gonna be able to find a path or not. I'm going with what Pike said.
And quick question, Jero, how Prissa's pretty Vox Machina, pro Vox Machina,
Yeah.
and she knows about a lot of the adventures. Would she know about when they went to see Sarenrae and all the gods and shit?
That is not
Ooh.
anything noted in their history.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the location of
Okay.
where she is a secret, if I remember right.
That is correct.
Mhm.
Alright.
And also,
And-
I believe Corvin asked a question a few minutes ago. Did anybody want to answer that?
I didn't hear it.
Prissa?
Sorry, I didn't hear it. What was it?
It was asking about what people who follow the Raven Queen believe in.
Oh yeah, Prissa would have shared the commandments that are on the
Chat log.
chat log.
Yeah.
Commandments of the Matron of Ravens.
Yeah, I see. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to.
Yeah, I got you.
Just look at him and be like, "Yep, got him." Fate, huh? She believes fate is the path we must take. Like our fate is already taken. Or, why don't we just keep finding it, and we believe we will find it. We keep going. If we are supposed to go there, we'll go there. No. Pike
That
seemed
does
to.
sound like
Pike,
a good idea.
I guess maybe picture it in your mind.
Okay. And Pissa
Okay.
thinks about that. She also would like to send up at least what she thinks is a prayer to the Raven Queen. Just, Miss Raven Queen, I don't really talk to gods much. I mean, I talk to gods in general. But I mean, we're trying to help the world and everything, and there's a fallen angel that we're trying to deal with from your domain, and we'd like to pass through your forest if that's okay with you. We don't mean any harm, but we just want to try to help out our friends.
All right. Roll me a D100, Prissa.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Well, Dorzen's plan failed.
Yes, it did, Dorzen. You reach outwards and you do your best imitation of prayer. You were taught by your parents how to pretend to pray, as well, that is one of their cons in their arsenal. However, after you do this, Dorzen, as you are marching through this open area, you step into a puddle.
I look down at the puddle.
Are Dorzen and them gone?
Oh, they started marching away, yeah.
Can we still see them? Are
Yeah,
they,
yeah. This is an open plains. You still see them. They're
Okay,
only like
alright,
100 feet
sure.
in front of you or so.
I'm gonna hop on my horse then and
Alrighty.
go after them.
Dorzen, you look down at a very cool puddle of blood.
He draws his swords.
Wait, Dorzen, I think that might be a sign of, I mean, it could be a sign of danger, but, she, from what I know about the Raven Queen, she also has blood as her domain of things. Like, remember Alfie was able to do blood stuff?
Alright, fine. If you are there and you are watching, we come as friends and we are cleaning up your mess. That's as nice as Dorzen can go.
Dorzen,
Right
don't
now.
be rude to the Matron of Ravens.
You look
Miss
at this vast
Matron.
puddle that's about 15 feet by 15 feet, and it kind of has a wave go over it, ascends outwards in your direction, and then pulls back to it. Everyone
what do you mean
else
by
is- So it's, imagine in the very center of this puddle, a wave just emanates outwards, reaching to the edges towards you, and then quakes back in towards the center again before stilling.
Like a ring going out, like if like a
Yeah.
rock hit the center and then it almost goes back in.
Everyone
how
else
big is the
catching
puddle?
15 foot by 15 foot.
Prissa will get off of Dorzen, and she will go to the puddle.
Yep. You all have caught up.
Prissa,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, I think the Raven Queen put this puddle here, and I wanted to be sure. I mean, if it's dangerous, I'm sure you can protect me, but I just want to be sure if she's gonna help us. Or
Why would blood be from the Raven Queen?
That's part of her domains. Either that or someone like big died here and stuff. But I think this
Yes,
is
it's a
a
lot of
sign.
blood.
Would Alarn have heard anything from Scanlan about the big pool of blood that they?
Only Vax and Percy know about that.
Correct. Scanlan would
Um,
never speak of it because he can't. He doesn't know of it.
Prissa would like to try to, I guess, put her hand in the blood to see if anything happens.
You touch it, and it is freezing cold.
Oh, that's cold.
Immediately,
That's-
all the hairs on your entire body just stand up on edge.
Well, I mean, that ring came out and then back in, so maybe it's something at the center. And Prissa will very reluctantly start walking into the puddle to see if there's anything at the center, and hopefully not kill her.
All right. You step a few paces inside. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh
Oh
boy.
dear.
It is way too freezing. You jump out of that. It is the chilliest sensation you've ever had in your life, and the edges of your robes are soaked with the blood, but you have to back out, and it's thick, it's congealing, and it is colder than anything you've experienced in your life.
Can I use prestidigitation to clean up, warm myself up, and then try again, but using prestidigitation to keep my clothes warm as I'm
Your
doing this?
prestidigitation has no effect on the warmth.
Oh shit.
You clean the blood, but your legs are still freezing, chilly.
So you said it's cold?
It's very cold. Yeah.
Dorzen will try to walk into the very small puddle of blood.
Whoa, I'm getting off.
As someone who has lived with the Winter Fae, he thinks he can handle the cold.
All right. Give me a con save with advantage, Dorzen.
Oh, come on. Don't fail me now.
Whenever I
Double
give you
ones.
advantage, you get doubles. 18.
That was close to being double.
It's been a long time since you've experienced the court. But as you step inside, that frigid sensation encompasses you. And you almost catch yourself rearing back and exiting, but you fortify your body and keep walking. And you all watch as Dorzen becomes focused, his entire body shaking and quivering, and descends down until his entire body disappears beneath the blood.
Oh shit! What?
Dorzen. And Pris, even with how cold it is, if seeing her friend go down there, can Pris attempt to go after him?
With
or
your
no?
4, no. You cannot
I'm
go
gonna-
back.
I'm
You are
gonna-
terrified of it.
Put a hand in front of Prissa.
So,
We should wait and see this out, Prissa.
Dorzen, you begin sinking into this puddle and realize now it's more of a lake underneath.
Do my horseshoes help me swim?
No. You're sinking. Going further and further. You try peering through the thick, viscous nature, and looking up behind you, there is nothing but this blood. You get a sense of vertigo that comes over you. Not sure which way is up, which way is down. You're fairly certain you're still sinking, but you're trying not to, and you feel the heavy beat of the frigid nature inside of your lungs. You've been sinking for about a minute now. Are you going to do anything?
I'm trying to think of how he would react to this. What he has learned of how people think of the gods and what he knows of his uncle, who is what the closest thing he has reference to. He's gonna try to accept what is happening because that's the only way things are gonna go past anything.
All right. You keep sinking, and you're starting to get that burning sensation in your lungs. Now, you're a very sturdy individual, but even for you, this is a bit much. The burning intensifies, and I need another con save.
Do I still have advantage?
No. As you are descending, that burning, your lungs screaming out against you to take in a breath. The one constant in your life is you've always had a breath of fresh air. And naturally, you open your mouth and try gasping as you look at the little bubbles emanate out and ascend upwards. All of you on the surface. He's been sinking for quite a while. You don't see him. You can't see through the thick water. But you do see two air bubbles.
We need to go after him. He might be in trouble. This is it's not my fault. Stupid. Oh God.
I will follow him.
Alarm.
And Delarn will step into the puddle.
Give me a con save.
27.
You
Criminy.
step in, fortifying yourself as best as you can, and after you get adjusted on your legs, you kind of and dive right in. Now, Dorzen.
Oh,
As you are sinking, everything is starting to pulse and fade around you. The burning in your lungs, the panic in your body, and the frigidness around your being all subsides. You look around, and you've landed. There's solid stone beneath your feet. You feel your body is weightless wherever you are. But everything else is black. What do you do?
I start walking.
You hear the heavy imprints of your hooves against solid stone. Looking down, and your shoes are not currently on you. Nothing is on you. Well, that's loud. You continue...
Sorry if you heard that. That was the garage.
No problem. You continue walking, pushing forward, hearing your own repetitive footsteps. Peering out around you, there is nothing in this void. Complete emptiness. And soon, you're starting to lose hope that you're going to do anything. That what you just did might have actually been very stupid. And you might actually suffer the most mundane of deaths because of it.
So knowing how long people can hold their breath, Jimmy would probably wait until like within a minute or so of that period, and if nothing, he'd descend as well.
All right, Jimmy, give me a con save.
That's a thing.
No longer have Alarin's aura.
Is it not going? Oh, there we go. 22.
22.
Wait, would I have had a Lauren's aura when I first went down?
Yeah, that's why you were able to do it.
Oh.
22 is a
Okay.
success, though. You step in and shit, dive on in. Now, Dorzen. This feeling of emptiness and loneliness starts enveloping you. Not sure what it is about wherever you are, but it's absent of sensation. It's disheartening, especially for one that basked in so many of sensations when you were younger. What are you doing?
He's going to continue to walk, but while he walks, he's going to try to talk to this being known as a god. I've been alone in this world a very long time. This feeling is not foreign to me. I came here because the people of this place need help. And I am here to ask of it from you.
Your footsteps end, although you are still walking. And what you see instead is a perfectly paled location around you. You take a moment to look around, and the location you stepped upon appears to be a hand. You don't know when the transition happened. And the hand curls up behind. Off in the distance, you see a mask appear. Pure, white, beautiful. Sad. You speak of my mistake.
So as a reference, does Dorzen sense the divinity of this being?
You sense a presence about it. You sense an awareness in the vacancy behind the mask. But it's different from the power that you are used to seeing from your uncle, from other fays of the court. This is controlled, not just whimsy. It's directional. And because of that, it makes it seem more grand in nature.
Yes. He's responding to the question he was asked.
Why do you want to help the people of this world? The ones that have shunned you? Ones that have feared you? Treated you as an object of interest? Not a person.
Even though they do inhabit this world, there is a handful that see me as myself and have treated me with the respect and kindness that I would do unto them. I am here for them.
Vorvik wants what I took from him, but he doesn't deserve. If he was given that back, he would try to ascend to me. His heart is not of my way. He wants recognition. That is not my way. You are familiar with these beings. The ones above, the mundane, the mortals. How would you solve this riddle that we are experiencing?
All right, as a player, could you clarify that for me, because I didn't understand it.
You didn't hear me?
I heard you. I didn't understand what she meant by the riddle.
It's what she said.
Not to be acknowledged. He wants to be acknowledged, but that's not her way. Her helping us would be acknowledging him.
Quick question. How long has it been since they entered?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
The hand raises you closer to her, Dorzen.
Oh.
And you watch as the mask grows in size. She whispers out again. Your answer cannot wait forever.
All right.
If you stay here too long, you may stay dead.
If acknowledgement is not your way, and it is what he seeks, then perhaps it would be better if he did not see at all, or was not even to be. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make this make sense in my brain, and
Of course.
It's the existential question that nobody's been able to come to grips with since the dawn of humanity. What is death?
Yep.
then perhaps for someone like him, it is better for him to have been forgotten, to forever be forgotten.
The hand you are standing upon moves away, but you stay afloat. You watch as the mask shimmers and draws closer. Until you see a veil shrouding the mask, and long blackened robes that blend into the void but are even darker. It's about 10 feet tall and floats there in front of you. The Raven Queen reaches towards your face. You feel that same chill against your cheek as it just touches. And you hear in the distance behind you, "Alright, we got you." Almost as an afterthought and an echo. She moves closer, placing the mask, the forehead of it right against yours. Remember that. What it is to be forgotten. And within an instant, you blink. And when you come to, you have Alarin and Jimmy soaking in the blood around you, you coughing it out of your lungs, all onto the grassy plains, and were brought back by the two of them. Everyone else, Dorzin's been unconscious for a couple of minutes. But suddenly his eyes open.
He was unconscious. Did he look like he was breathing?
He was not.
Yeah, Prissa would have flashed recall for her water breathing spell and cast it on him. Then that would work.
Of course
Probably not.
It was worth a shot. But Alarin and Jimmy, after your descent in there, you found him floating freely. Not going anywhere, not moving. And you thought he might have been dead, so you dragged him back to the surface, bringing him up. The puddle itself only 15, 20 feet deep in total. Seems to be randomly occurring. It has no structure, no sound. Just there.
There you are. Almost thought we lost you for a minute.
Prissa runs up to Dorzin and just hugs him, whether the prestidigitation cleaned up the blood or not, and she's just burying her head in his chest.
So this puddle doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why were you going so far down? There's nothing I could see down there.
Dorzin's kind of just holding Prissa with one arm in the hug. It's like he's processing what it just happened to him, as well as probably an existential crisis, as well as the information that he's learned. What little it was to him, or what it might actually mean to him as a person. So, are all gods like that?
I don't know. Don't. I'm sorry.
Like what?
This is all my fault. I shouldn't have
Like
told
what?
you to go there.
Like what?
He starts patting her hair. It's not your fault, Chris. I made the choice.
I don't want to lose another friend.
Not
Doors are all gods like what?
I'm sorry, you were asking all gods what?
You said, are all gods like that? Are all gods like what?
It is hard to explain, now that I tried to explain it.
Sir
Yes.
Yurik looks over at Alarin and then back to you.
Well, for the Changebringer is more like a gentle breeze, guiding the way.
It's a wholesome glow for the Everlight. Dorzin, what you are surrounded with right now is a comforting stillness and cold.
I think we have been given permission.
Permission to what?
You all turn and look. Back behind you, but 20 yards away, is an evergreen, thick forest, filled, full, and lavished, with the sounds of birds and wildlife emanating from it.
You cut out there for like a half a second.
You all turn and you see, back behind you, is a lavished evergreen forest. Completely filled with wildlife and existence. That was only about 20 yards or so away from you.
Well, I believe permission to enter her forest. That is good, yes?
I would say that's what we were looking for. Well, whatever you did, Dorzin, it got us in.
Yes.
No. As you all stand up, Dorzin, for the first time in a long time, you're comfortable. The cold is not anything that you are unfamiliar with. In fact, it is something that you've always enjoyed. And you all start tracking into the next advancement of your journey. That's where we're going to end tonight. So, players,
Oh my god.
thank you so much for playing. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Anybody out there watching, hope you enjoyed this as well. That was fun. But anyways, that's where we're going to call it here right now. Be sure to tune in again next week. And players, be ready when you enter into the Raven's Nest. Take care.
Yeah.